Hello, everyone. Sorry for the delay. I was trying to go live and YouTube was, I guess, having technical difficulties. And they kept telling me to try again, try again. So maybe there's just a lot of people streaming right now and they didn't have the threshold to sponsor that many people. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm here. I'm here. So, hello. Unfazed, welcome in. Thank you for liking, Dr. Fiza. Thank you for liking. Hey, Nisha. So I wanted to let you guys know we're back with the giveaways tonight. If we hit 25 likes, we're gonna do a giveaway. The faster we get there, the faster we can do this giveaway. So I always recommend liking as quickly as possible. There was a live stream recently that we had where we were able to announce a winner within like 15 minutes because everyone was liking. Sometimes it can take a while, but my recommendation is the quicker everyone participates, the quicker we can announce the giveaway winner. The rules are you have to be here when we announce, so stick around. If you can't, just keep checking back periodically and hopefully you won't miss it. Let's see. We have Dr. Fiza, Unfazed. Hey Marta, I'm doing well today. Thank you for asking. I got Nisha. Nisha, thank you for liking. Got Gina, got Marta, got Emmy. So let's go ahead and get started before I get too far behind. So this is for Dr. Fiza. Is anyone coming towards me soon? Show me a yes or a no for Dr. Fiza. Is anyone coming towards them soon? I have a yes, Dr. Fiza. Are you interested in men? I have a King of Cups here. This is a masculine energy and someone who you can trust with your heart. We are 20 likes away from a giveaway, guys. Thank you so much. Unfazed says, will I be getting a confession from David? Let's see. Unfazed, I have a yes. Knight of Wands, you will not, what am I trying to say? This will be a surprise to you when it happens. This is going to be a spontaneous thing. It's not going to be planned. I think it might catch you off guard. I am getting a yes. Nisha. Take a look here. Nisha, I am getting a yes. 9 of Cups. Wishes coming true. Gina. Gina. Gina, you have one boss in particular that really likes you. It feels like a feminine energy, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's a woman. But there is one person that's keeping their eye on you. They may not be outright vocalizing that they like you, but I think that they are very pleased with your work ethic. This is for Marta. Did Sal decide to reach out soon to reconcile? So Marta, I have a no. I have the 4 of Swords. It doesn't mean this person isn't going to come to you, but they're not in a action energy at this time. I do have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, so just to confirm, there are feelings for you here. That they would like to explore further. They're just not acting on them at this time. You're welcome, Dr. Fiza. You're welcome, Faze. You're welcome, Nisha. All right, guys, let's make sure we're liking the live stream. If we hit 25 likes, we will be doing a giveaway. We are a 1/5 of the way there at this point. You're welcome, Marta. This is for Emmy. If anyone is feels inclined at all to leave a review for me, if you've ever gotten a reading with me before and you would like to leave a review, it could end up on my website that I am building. So feel free to go there now. It shouldn't take long at all to do it, but only if you feel inclined. Emmy's routine. Show me a yes or no for Emmy. Emmy, I have the Fool. I feel like this person does wonder about you. Has he thought about her today? Not today. I'm getting a no for today, but I do feel like you crossed their mind. We have the Fool and the Seven of Cups. So they're not heavy thinking about you all the time, but you're there and they do wonder about you. You're welcome, Emmy. Hey, Amy. This is for Amy. Hey, James. Thank you for the donation. Amy, I'm not getting anything in particular that he would like. I think he's saying as long as you're thinking about me, that's good enough for me. But if you feel inclined to do something more, then that works too. He's here as the King of Pentacles, so he's basically saying, I feel like a king. I feel like you care after like my memory very, very well, and I don't want you to feel like I expect anything, but I would appreciate anything that you do for me. So he feels like he's sitting pretty with how much you celebrate him already. You're at a state park. Fun. All right, so let me add to the donation list here. All right, this is James. Looks like James is the only one, and we will be getting to him shortly. James, if it's okay with you, once I'm ready, I'll just go ahead and get started on your love option 2, okay? It'll be in about 5 minutes. You are very welcome. Woo! All right, guys, we are, I would say, wait, I can't even do math. Oh my God. What's 25 minus 8, y'all? 17. We're 17 likes away from a free reading giveaway. This will be a tarot reading giveaway, okay? So we're not gonna skimp. It is going to be with tarot cards, and you can ask any question you'd like. And all I ask is for you to like the live stream. We will be doing a giveaway as soon as I hit 25 likes. Galilea, I am getting a yes. I have 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which means that there is I feel almost like a guarantee. This is a confident yes. And I also have the Page of Pentacles, which talks about good news and earthly matters. So I feel like you guys are going to be able to make that happen. You're welcome, everyone. Absolutely. Really quickly, I wanted to remind you guys of something new that I have created today. You can now leave a review for me. So if you've ever had a reading from me before and you feel inclined, I would love it for you to provide a review. I am currently building a website. I feel like I'm established enough in my business to do that at this point, and your review might find its way over on my website. So if you feel inclined to do so, I would love to get some feedback from you guys. Hey Momo, how are you? It's been a minute. Wait, hold on. I swear I just thought about you today. That is crazy. What are you doing? How are you? I did think about you. That's crazy. Um, it's kind of wild how that happens sometimes. Yeah, I swear. So what happened was is earlier today I had a private reading, and I'm trying to work towards doing like more privates if I can, because that's like where my passion is the one-on-ones where I can do undivided attention. And because I did a private reading this morning, I just happened to think of you, because we did one, not too long ago, and I don't know, you just popped in my head. That's kind of crazy. So we're still doing free readings right now. We're doing free one card pulls if you have a question. And then we're going to close that list in about 2 minutes. So anybody that's in here that would like a free reading, go ahead and get your question in ASAP before the list closes. We are also still doing a giveaway for a free reading for someone tonight, some lucky winner tonight, if I can hit 25 likes on this live stream. And that will go indefinitely until I close the list. And then once I close the list, then we'll just have to try again next time. It is an achievable, attainable goal. We've done it multiple times. So if you want a chance at a free giveaway, just ask for your support. Hit the like on this live stream. And if I get to 25 likes, I'll be doing a giveaway. Hey, Ari. The free list is closing in 1 minute. You want a private, Momo? Well, I'm ready when you are. Okay, Zoe says, why back to relationship with my ex. All right, so Zoe wants to know if there's going to be reconciliation. Will there be reconciliation with Zoe's ex, please? Will they get back together? Okay, Momo, that sounds good. Zoe, I am getting a no. I have the Eight of Cups. This talks about like a walking away or moving on. So I'm getting a no for you on that one. Since we're talking about private readings, if anybody wants to get a private reading with me, all you have to do is take a look at my calendar, which I'm going to post in the chat here in just a second, and schedule yourself. You can put yourself on my schedule wherever you want, but the only way to guarantee your spot is to send over your payment. And then once I get that confirmation, then I will let you know and your appointment will be confirmed. Between Friday and Sunday, what does your schedule look? So, Momo, I just posted a link in the chat. If you click that, it's called Calendly, and it'll show you all of my availability on the calendar. You can look at it. You don't have to book anything right now, but you can just see what I have available. I schedule appointments Wednesday through Sunday. I'm off Mondays and Tuesdays. And right now I'm open between 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there's a range and you can see all the different appointment availability. And I am now, as of the recent like last 2 weeks, I am working on weekends now for private readings and live streams, which I wasn't doing before. All right, this is for, you're welcome, Mo. All right, this is for Ari. I am getting a yes, Ari. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. That actually is reminding me of a situation that happened to me maybe like 10 years ago. Someone from high school told me they had like a massive crush on me in high school. I had no idea. He was like in with the popular crowd. I like had no idea I was even on his radar. But that's reminding me of that situation. And a lot of times when spirit reminds me of an event in my life, it's just giving me confirmation on that feeling. So I do feel like you're going to get this. Yes, King of Pentacles. And a King of Pentacles is an energy that assumes accountability. So I feel like they are going to be the ones to come forward. This is for Margaret. Yeah, well, you know, it was before I met my husband and everything. No, you're not going to have to wait 10 years. Don't worry. Don't worry. No, when I say 10 years ago, it was just a couple years out of high school. It's just reminding me of a way back when situation. I don't mean anything by the time frame. I just was telling a story there. All right, this is for Margaret. Margaret, I am getting a yes. I have the Six of Wands, success, victory, winning, and having the advantage. Yeah, don't wait for any guy, that's for sure. Yes, Rod. You're welcome, Margaret. Yes, Rod. Yes, Rod. I don't think so, no. I'm getting the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands. You're welcome. Thank you, everyone, for all of that engagement with my live stream. I appreciate you guys. We are 14 likes away from doing a giveaway. We're almost halfway there. You're welcome, everyone. Okay, we are going to get back to our donation list. So we have James. All right, this is for James. James, if you're here, feel free to check in with me. Hey there, I'm shuffling for you now. Amy, I got your donation. Thank you. I have dealt for you, James. I'm just looking at the cards right now. Yeah, Ari. Sorry about that confusion. When I was t telling you the timing for me, that was just me relating when it happened. I was just reminded of that time. So, yeah, it wasn't long at all. Okay. So, James, we're gonna start with the overall energy. I'm seeing some movement here within your relationship. I think this could potentially be the change that you plan on making soon. Um, or there's something here going on that's indicating change in movement. Page of Wands kind of reminds me like the budding of a relationship, or taking things to the next level. The Page of Wands is like, I'm ready to explore everything, but everything's going to be new to me when I do this. So it's kind of reminiscent of like the spark of a new relationship. Page of Wands wants to do things the right way, wants to be careful, um, and hoping for the best. Eight of Wands indicates that there's a lot of good news surrounding you. And it can be in a particular area of your connection. So I feel like things are going to be. Wait, hold on a second. This is so interesting. I just realized that the wands are darting in the opposite direction than usual. Hold on a second, James. Give me just a minute. Usually the wands are forward movement, but the wands are moving the opposite way. So I'm like, are we having a regression? Because Eight of Wands usually means like a lot of good news surrounding you, change, movement. What's the Eight of Wands? Please confirm. What's the Eight of Wands? Okay, I think I'm on the right track, I hope. I have here with the Fool, it's time to embark on a brand new beginning together. And the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy just indicates like a new relationship. I'm noticing a lot of like fire and passion. Wow, this actually is an interesting message. So I know at times like there has been some maybe like misunderstandings between you guys, and it's showing me that that misunderstanding is being illustrated as fire. And I see here with the Ace of Cups, the water coming out of the cups, like extinguishing the fire. So I feel like it's saying that your love is rising above any misunderstandings that could have happened in the past, that your love is getting stronger and your love is stronger than any problem that you guys can face. So that was kind of a really nice message to see. I feel like there's some sadness surrounding maybe I feel like you guys are still talking to each other, but I'm wondering if maybe you're not communicating as much. I have the Ace of Swords, which is talking about embarking on something new or communicating. And I see Five of Cups next to it. So I feel like maybe she's sad about not being able to see you, hang out with you as much, talk to you as much. There's something here about a sadness around communication. The sword is here. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but maybe you can help me figure this out. Thoughts, feelings, and intentions. Ace of Pentacles and the Magician. Feelings. I'm noticing too, you've been calling each other every day, but also she's going through withdrawal and issues with her dog. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, withdrawal, good for her. I'm not sure what it is she's withdrawing from, but I know that that's hard, but it's usually for the best. So congratulations to her. I'm glad you, yeah, I'm not saying like I was getting that you guys aren't talking, because I definitely know that you guys are in frequent communication, but maybe, yeah, maybe she's just thinking about how she can't give her all to you right now or something. Okay, James, that sounds great. But what I was going to say was thoughts, feelings, intentions feel really good. With these cards in particular, it's indicating to me that she's thinks that things are going to be easy from here on out with you guys. She's putting the faith and the trust in your relationship with one another. I see here that she's choosing to think positively. And I feel like she's in this place of releasing her iciness. I have the Ten of Wands and the Queen of Swords. And the Ten of Wands is depicted by a crow that is holding a bunch of wands and ready to release this at any moment. And the Ten of Wands talks about like stress or burden or heaviness. And I see her here ready to release this or ready to let go. And what is she ready to let go of? I have the Queen of Swords. So her iciness, she may be like, you might be thawing, like she might be really warming up to you and the idea of this. But I feel like she's choosing to think positively. She knows that ultimately she decides how this is going to go. She has the free will to think positively or negatively about any given situation. And I think she's choosing to look at this as a new opportunity for her. She's choosing to see the positive. She's choosing to be present. I feel like there is a mindset shift here in this connection as well. I'm not seeing any external blocks for your connection. I feel like since I'm seeing a Knight of Wands and a Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you guys are on the same page. So you both are showing up as knights in this reading. It doesn't mean that's who you are as a person, but what it's showing me is that you guys are starting to get on the same page, which I like to see. Let me know if you have any follow-up to that reading before we get started on your next one. SB, thank you so much for your donation. I will add you to the list. I have to update it, but from what I understand, there's one person ahead of you and I'm working on James's reading right now, then it's Amy, and then it's you, okay? Oh, SB, I just realized you changed your name back. Oh my goodness. So we got good news about her dog. Oh my god, I love that. Okay, wait. Remember I said we had the Eight of Wands? Good news. Okay, so we got good news about her dog. Doesn't seem to be as serious as first thought, but will require surgery. Will she change her mind about going to Myrtle Beach, and how will it go? I love that. I'm so happy for her. Oh, that's tough. Since we have new information though, the energy may change. I'm sure you know that, that's why you're asking, but that's great. Let's take a look at what she's feeling now. We got good news about her dog. Doesn't seem to be as serious as first thought, but will require surgery. Will she change her mind about going to Myrtle Beach in June? I'm going to specify in June. Will she change her mind about going to Myrtle Beach in June? I am getting that when she found out this information, it's not the first thing she thought of course, because like this was really good news and whatever. But then I think it was like an afterthought of wait, maybe I can make this work. So I think for her, it hasn't been fully set yet, but I think this did change her mindset. I think if you were to ask her outright, she would tell you it's definitely back on the table, but I have to make some arrangements first and see like when the surgery is going to be, what the recovery time is, all that stuff. But I do feel like this is now an option again. I am getting a yes on that. Knight of Wands in reverse indicates to me that she doesn't want to be hasty with this decision. This is something that she wants to think through appropriately. But I think that she's excited at the prospect that she might be able to make this work for you, especially because she was a little bit sad before trying to figure out what to do or how to make this up for you or make this up to you. I also have the Ace of Pentacles here, which I had in the other reading we did yesterday. And I still feel like regardless, she wants to make sure that she cares about you and cares about your birthday and that she gets you something really nice. I see here with the King of Cups and the Emperor that she just wants to make you happy, but she also has to figure out some other stuff first. The good news is, James, is that this is now an option again. This is back on the table for her. So we'll just have to see how things go as far as treatment. But I think that you guys might actually be able to do this. So let's just look at the trajectory of if you make it work and you go, how will this be? How will this go? Aw, Two of Cups. We love a Two of Cups. I see a lot of happiness here. There's kind of like this message. It's very vague, but it's like kind of there. And it's kind of indicating you guys doing something active while you're at the beach. So I got this message of spontaneity, like go with the flow, but there is this message here of doing something active. I don't know if it's like I feel like it's sport related. I do. So I don't know if this is like jet ski, boat, windsurfing. Like I don't know what this is. It feels sport related. But something active in that regard. So you guys might randomly spontaneously go like, hey, want to do jet skis or I don't know, something like that. And that seems like a lot of fun for you guys. Let's see. One-on-one time is always great. Ace of Swords indicates like success and a good time, lots of conversation. Not to get like really graphic, but there is some sexy time that you guys will have with one another. Definitely seeing a lot of like physical touching and affection. And I think honestly, Seven of Cups just indicates like the sky's the limit. Like you guys are gonna make the most of your trip. You have a lot that you want to do. It might be like jam-packed into the trip, but you kind of go with the flow. Like you're not gonna have like an itinerary, but there might be like a list of things you guys both want to do and see how much you can get done in the amount of time that you're gonna be there. What is your next question? Saturday, I'm supposed to attune her and give her Reiki and spend the day together. How will this go? Will it be romantic? How will this go? This is interesting information. But for some reason I'm seeing like blue skies. Or it could be like gray skies, blue skies. I don't know. Something about the sky is very prominent in this reading for some reason. So I'm just throwing out the details as I get them. I feel like you guys are going to just continue to get closer to each other. Will it be romantic? Will it be romantic? Will it be romantic? Yes, I am getting that. It will be romantic. So one of the things you like to hear about is Ten of Cups, so that is here. And the reason why I said things are just going to continue to get easier is because the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, I had to count for this one. Nine of Wands is here, and this always talks about resilience. It talks about like the last lap of a race. So like you're almost at that finish line. That's the energy that I have here of this reading. To ultimate alignment and ultimate happiness. It's interesting that you said you're going to attune her. For some reason I heard alignment. So maybe this is like just the energetic high that you guys need to really seal the deal. And I feel like this is really good. Well, do you think potentially that you guys would spend time outdoors this weekend at all? I'm getting a lot of imagery about like outside. For some reason, I'm seeing like a lot of trees and nature. Maybe go for a walk. I don't know, something along those lines. We have the Fool here. I almost missed it. This talks about embarking on a new journey. I feel as well there's like a lot of Jupiter energy in this reading. I don't know if that resonates with you at all. But it is the planet of luck. So maybe just having a lot of good energy around you this weekend is going to be working in your favor. You do live by the beach. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I don't know why I'm just seeing you guys spending time. I'm like, is it overcast? Like I'm very focused on this blue skies or gray skies energy. It could be overcast. But I just am feeling, yeah, I don't know why I'm focusing a lot of on that. And I actually see here too, I can even send you a picture. But I have the 9 of Wands here that I was talking about earlier, and you can kind of see that the sun is kind of peeking through the clouds, but it still doesn't look like the brightest, sunniest day ever, but it might feel like very sunny to you that day just because of the fact that you guys are spending a lot of time together. Your Jupiter's in Cancer. That's actually, James, that's awesome. I feel like that just to me indicates in a sense that you're gonna have a great time when it comes to like building a family with someone. Well, we're not gonna say someone, we'll say with Patty. I just sent you a couple pictures of what I was seeing so you can see like that really like baby blue sky that I was talking about, and then kind of like the weather with the sun peeking through the clouds. And then also like I'm seeing, I don't know, I was just getting kind of like a lot of imagery of just being outside, the water, stuff like that. All right, James, let me know if you have any follow-up to that. Before I move on to Amy. Venus and Taurus. James, you're meant to have a family. I feel like you're meant to be husband up. Or I guess I should say wifed up. Be a husband, be wifed up, have kids. I feel like that's just in your plan. It's stars. It might be just it might just be very natural to you to desire something like that. Amy, if you're here, please check in with me. You swear you feel like you've wanted to be a dad since you were a kid? Yeah, it's definitely, it's crazy, James, how you can even remember all of your placements, because I can't. Well, I lie. I take that back. I can, because all of my placements are natural placements. Like, you know how the natural placement starts with Aries because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. That's where my rising is. So all of my signs are in natural placements, which makes it easy for me to know. But I can't do the math quickly in my head. I'd have to think about it for a second. But you seem like you know yours by heart. Because if everybody doesn't know about their birth chart, your rising is where your chart starts. Now, your risings, your sign can be in any of the houses. But there is a natural placement that if your rising is Aries, then the rest of your chart goes in natural placements. And that's how mine is. My rising is the first sign, my moon is the second, and my sun is the third, and it just keeps going around in order. Oldest of four boys. Yeah, I kind of feel that the oldest of five as well. All right, I don't know how exactly I am. My Venus is in Sagittarius, and I remember my coworkers. Yeah, I don't like. How do y'all remember this? This is crazy. Moon is in Cancer. Yeah, it's always fun to talk about birth charts. Okie dokie. Thank you, James. All right, so this is for Amy. I just sent you a picture of the drawing. Okay, yeah, I'm ready for your question, Amy. Oh, that drawing is so cute. Oh, Amy, you're so good at this. This is so adorable. I love your style. It looks so cute. You should do like a children's book or something. That's just so adorable. But I was always curious. Oh wait, here we go. You're welcome. Gemini, Sun, Mercury, Aquarius, Moon. Oh, Gemini, Sun, and Mercury. Mine, I'm a Gemini, Sun, and Mercury too, I believe. Aquarius, Moon, and Rising. I'm an Aquarius North Node. Cancer and Jupiter, Scorpio and Pluto. Yeah, I'm a Scorpio and Pluto too. Scorpio and Pluto's, it's like if you were born between like 1983 and like 1999 or something. It's like a huge range. Anybody that was basically any millennials essentially are going to be a Scorpio and Pluto. There's like a connection there. I believe that's why millennials are the cycle breakers. Very cool. James, I just don't know how you memorize all that. I could never. Yeah, it looks just like you guys. It's so cute. I love it. All right. So, what did Eli think of me regarding my food and cooking and baking? So, you're saying like when he was Earthside, what did he think? Is that what you want to know? Yeah, so you're definitely a millennial, James. Let me see Scorpio. I'm actually going to Google it. Pluto. in Scorpio dates. Okay, so 1983 to 1995. It's a whole generation. If you were born between those dates, you're going to have a Pluto in Scorpio. And let me see millennial dates. And that's pretty much the whole millennial date. So Scorpio and Pluto starts in 83, millennials are in 81. And then Scorpio and Pluto ends in 95, millennials are 96. So they're very, very, it's a very narrow, like, window of difference between Scorpio and Pluto's and millennial generation. So my thing is that's I feel like Scorpio is here for transformation. I think that's why millennials are cycle breakers because they fall into that category. When he was on Earth, okay. I actually have a whole theory about the cycle breakers that I plan on posting on TikTok at some point. All right, what did Eli think of Amy and her Amy's food and cooking and baking when he was on Earth? What did Eli think of the food that she made? Aw, 2 of Cups. What did he think about the food? So they say a way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and I am hearing that expression. I feel like there was more of a fondness for you. He associated probably like certain smells and aromas to your to you and who you are. Sense memory, especially through smell, is such a powerful, like, you know what I mean, guys? Like if you grow up in a house and that's like your childhood smell, and then you like get older and you somehow come across that smell again, it takes you right back. I mean, sense memory is crazy. It's the same with music. It's the same with like fabrics. But I feel like scent, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like scent. It literally is can take you back in time. So I feel like there's so much sense, Amy, that he associated with you specifically. Um, You taught him how to mince garlic. Girl, I'm such a pre-minced garlic person. I can mince garlic, don't get me wrong. I make everything from scratch, but I just feel like I need better tools. Like I just need a way to make it easier for me. But I do get organic. It's just pre-minced. But yeah, so I feel like there are certain smells, maybe like baked goods. There's certain things about you that remind him of you or reminded him of you, even when you guys weren't together. Marriage worthy. Oh, that's so cute. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, way to a man's heart through his stomach, that kind of thing. That's so cute. Aw, I want some lasagna now. I'm gonna look up the symbolism to, I think it's an iguana that I'm seeing on this card. Give me a second. Is it an iguana? Or is it a gecko? There's some type of lizard on here. Does a lizard, a gecko, or an iguana, or a chameleon does any of that resonate for you at all some way? I'm just bringing it up. I'm just bringing it up. How did he feel? How did he feel? Do you ever cook like unconventional things by chance? Have you ever like made anything that's like typically not a part of someone's usual cuisine? Like, have you ever cooked something unconventional? Because for some reason it's making me think of something exotic. I like his sense of humor. You have a lot of feathers in this reading. I think I'm also seeing like a holly bush as well. Keep in mind, if this doesn't resonate for you right now, it's okay. I'm just telling you what I am seeing in case this is something that will mean something to you later on in your journey here. I do feel like your food brought him a sense of comfort. He thought you were very, very talented. You're coming through as the Queen of Pentacles here. So when he got down on one knee and said, "Will you marry me?" It was a joke for sure. But there was some sincerity behind it because he was looking at you as like, wow, girlfriend material. The Queen of Pentacles is like the wife, someone who you can kind of see your life with. And when someone can prepare something like that for you, it just has you thinking all kinds of things. When you see that someone can do something to sustain life and be really good at it, I feel like that to him was such a value and a quality that he would want in a future partner. And so I think he was associating your talent and your ability to provide sustenance and just how good you were at making those things is like just a huge attribute for someone that he would want to be with. So I think that it had kind of, in a sense, had him looking at you um, in a way of like, I could see myself getting used to this, like I could see myself being with her and enjoying this food forever. So you kind of had him thinking about you a little differently the more and more he was exposed to your cooking and baking. You said, I'm unsure, maybe because when I cook food, I do a lot of Asian seasoning. Yeah, it could just be speaking to. It's interesting how a lizard got me here, but it made me feel almost like the things you made for him, he never had before. Or it may have been like a new spin on a traditional meal that he'd never had in that way. So that's maybe what I'm picking up on. Yes, yes. So you said even though I made Italian dishes, they would low key have Asian seasoning. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Things like that. So like things that he has had before, it had like a different spin on it. And even though, but I feel like he's telling me though there is something that you made that he never had before though. It's not just a matter of like it's not just a matter of something that he's had before tasting different. It's like there's something you introduced him to. I feel like that's very specific. Um, for some reason, I'm getting that message, and it's like, hold on to that because she needs to hear this. There's something that you made for him that he had actually not had before. And he's coming through like saying, okay, okay. Yeah, because I'm like, that's not the only message here. Okay, perfect. I'm glad that we were able to put that together. Yeah, so he's saying like you introduced me to new things as well. But yeah, Amy, that's what I have for you. If you want to add on to your reading, let me know now before I move on to SB. I did make him this Japanese cream stew for him and his mom because I remember him telling me he and his mom was sick. Yeah, yeah, because there's something here about introduction. So I do feel like there's some, yeah, I think that might be what it is. Also, like over the next day or two, things might come to mind where you're like, oh, that's right. It wasn't just that. I also introduced him to this or that. Because he's talking about like you expanded his palate or something like that. You're welcome. Absolutely. Okay, so next up we have SB. If you're here, please check in with me. Hey, SB. Okay, have a good night, Amy. Thanks for stopping by. Also, Amy, I wanted to thank you really quickly because I feel like you have inspired me to start developing my mediumship. I don't necessarily know when I'm going to start advertising that, but I do feel like I'm going through kind of like a new um enlightenment, a new awakening, a new confidence where I feel like I can start learning something new. So I just wanted to thank you for that. I'm sorry that it had to be at the expense of you losing someone you love, but I just wanted to thank you because it's allowing me to understand that I can tap into more information than what I think, and it's expanding my reach, I suppose you could say. So just thank you for that. Hey, A. I am not doing free readings right now. I'm working on donations. If you would like to wait around, I can try to get to you soon just for being a new sub to me tonight. Also, a reminder for those of you who are in here, we're about 10 likes away from doing a giveaway. And if I close my list before we get there, then that also will not be available anymore. So if you're here and you want to like this live stream and help us get closer to that goal, we might be able to do a giveaway tonight. So SB says, I reconnected with someone from my past and I put my questions in the notes. Letting go of the cancer for now. As much as I liked him, he's been too quiet. Oh, SB. I'm wondering if that past is coming back for him. Remember we touched on that in his last reading. I'm sorry, girl. I was really looking forward to you guys getting together. So the interruption is disappointing for sure. All right, let's take a look at N's feelings for SB. I know I liked him. I think he's going through something, but I need to move on before I get too hurt. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Gotta protect yourself. Alright, Spirit, how does N feel for SB? How does N feel for SB? How does N feel for SB? Interesting. So, there's something, about him. I'm hearing the word hung up, like hung up on you, maybe hasn't really been able to like let this go. The Hierophant talks about the way in which you identify with someone. So he may feel you guys have a lot in common, and maybe that was like a hard feeling to shake, possibly. Aw, SB. Um, there's something about you that he felt a connection to, and it was really hard for him to walk away from. So I see with the Hanged Man here is him being like hung up on you still. And before, I'm actually getting a message that he's saying, before I was hung up on our differences, and now that we have had some time apart, I realize how stuck on her I am, and what I should have been paying attention to is how much we're alike, not how much different we are. Oh, you stopped talking in December. So, I feel like he's kind of have this like light bulb moment or epiphany about you, and I think that's why he's open to the connection right now. Um, hmm. I was trying to tap into whether or not he was the one that started talking to you first, but I can't see that clearly. Did you reach out to him first? Not that I don't think he'd reach out to you, but for some reason I'm not getting that he reached out to you first. Yeah. You reached out. Okay. So, but the thing is that he's open to this. I think this is something that he's been waiting for or wanting. We have the Six of Swords. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, that's what I thought. So I see here with the Queen of Swords, that's you. And him saying, I was just waiting for her to let go of her sword. Usually there's a queen in a reading, a Queen of Swords is holding it in their hand. And the Queen of Swords in this reading is just, it's not holding it, just kind of has it next to them. Okay? I always view the sword as like a boundary or a wall or a guard. But this sword is kind of off to the side. So I think he's saying I was just waiting for an easier opportunity to communicate with her when her guard was a little bit down. So yeah, that's actually making a lot of sense. You said he's or you let go of your sword. Yeah, that's you. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, that's what I'm seeing, girl. All right, let's keep going here. How is he feeling for her? How is he feeling for her? Okay, so he's saying that there's a bridge here now for you guys. So I have can't see the picture, but I'll describe it. It's essentially like two cliffs, and there's the ability now to walk across from one cliff to the other, where before if you tried to walk you would just fall, but now there's a bridge built. So he's saying that there's like an extension here, like an olive branch. Now he feels like since you put the drawbridge down, he's saying now I feel like I can walk across it. So I think he's down to take over now. I feel like he's down to take the lead now. Again, we're tapping in a little to intentions. Keep that in mind, but I'm gonna keep going. So I feel like he's saying I can take over now. I feel like now that she's put down the drawbridge, now I feel like I'm good to take over and take the lead here. How is he feeling for her? How is he feeling for her? So we have the Ten of Swords in the world. So these tell me that the heartache, the grief, the defeat, the sadness, the disappointment, whatever that was this relationship is now coming to an end. I have the World here, which indicates the end of one journey and starting of another. So we have the Hermit here and the Sun. So I feel like this time apart may have been necessary for your connection, but he's saying that things feel really good now. The Sun talks about a flirty, playful, warm energy where you guys are just laughing and having a good time and enjoying one another's company after a time of like hibernation and frigidness and like a cold dynamic. Page of Swords is saying that he's feeling optimistic about your connection. So let's see where we're at as far as intentions. Super sweet. All right, what are his intentions? What are ends? That's so funny that you said let go of my sword. Yeah, that's me. I keep going back to that comment. That's so funny. All right, what are ends intentions with SB? All right, I see the Ten of Cups kind of making an appearance. It hasn't come out of the deck, but I think he's just saying I don't want to get ahead of myself, but the Ten of Cups was here. What are his intentions? What are his intentions? What the heck? Hold on. Hold up. Why am I getting such a negative reading all of a sudden? What are his intentions? I'm so confused, SB. Bear with me. Hold on. Hold on. Would it be accurate to say that you guys have some things to work through? Or do you think that you guys can start this off like without rehashing the past? Do you think you guys can just have a clean slate, or are there some things that need to be discussed? I'm getting that there's potentially some things that you guys might need to kind of clear the air about, because I have the 10 of Wands and I asked for clarification and I got the 4 of Wands. So they're saying this relationship can level up, but we need to iron out some, maybe some unfinished business, or yes, okay, SB, that's making sense now. Kieran, my free list is closed. I can answer your question since you're a new sub to me, but you'll have to wait until after I'm done with donations. He's in London, so he'd have to move here later if we work out. Okay, girl, you always got the guys at a distance, don't you? Yeah, because I'm like, there's something here about needing to kind of talk about. Yes, so that's actually making a lot of sense here. Now that we've kind of pulled that out, now that we've addressed that, let's go a little bit further here into intention. This is probably something that's kind of eating away at him, SB, so I feel like it's something that he knows has to be talked about, and maybe he's getting a little anxious about it, because right now it's easy breezy, but once things start to get serious, he knows that some things have to be addressed. Okay, what are his intentions? We have the Sun. What are his intentions? Okay, so he's saying that he's abandoning some toxic behavior. And when I say toxic, I'm using that very loosely. I'm not saying he's a toxic person, but the devil is here. So bad habits, thought patterns, like the devil is everything that stops us from being the best version of ourselves, whatever his crutch is, whatever gets to him, self-sabotage, commitment issues, you name it. He's saying I'm trying to abandon these. He's saying I'm working on releasing these and moving on from those tendencies. The sun here indicates to me that his intentions with you is to enjoy you, enjoy your company, enjoy talking to you, spending time, having fun. What are his intentions? Two of Cups. So there is a message here of a love connection, partnership, a relationship. To me, it seems like he's going to want to continue communication, because I see here that there's a death to the inaction. So he has not been taking action steps towards you, and they're saying that there's a death to that. So the opposite of inaction is action. So to summarize, he is saying, I am putting my my tendency to not make moves in the past, and I am moving into a more action-oriented mindset when it comes to you. Hey, Day. So all I have right now is SB on the list, and I'm working on hers right now, so you wouldn't have a long wait. Yeah, you like how I have to translate that and how I have to like it's like I could say it so much easier if I just say it the way it comes to mind, but I feel like I have to walk through it. King of Cups. So the last message here is that he's hoping by opening up to you, by taking the lead, by being more emotionally available, that this will pay off well, and it will be well received by you. So I think that he's going to be showing you micro changes within him, within his personality, within how he handles things. And he hopes that you like what you see. He said he just got his MBA from Oxford. I'm so happy for him. Hey, Rising. He works so hard. Well, congratulations to N. I like that. I'm telling you, Luna, if my tenacity and dating and moving on does not get me somewhere the next year, oh, SB. Hey, Day, you're welcome. Day, what is your question? SB, thank you so, or not SB, Rising, thank you so much for your donation. And SB, let's get you some messages really quickly here. I was gonna say, SB, that I completely understand what you mean. You know, I find that sometimes when you give up, when you just are like, I'm not looking, that's when it happens for real. So sometimes you kind of have to get to your wit's end before what you want comes through for you. But sometimes it just happens. As long as you don't let it jade you, you can get whatever you want. It's always a matter of time, right? So Day, you can post your question if you're ready now. We're working on messages for SB from N. So he's saying that while I feel like he's saying like while we weren't in communication, I was reflecting on myself and our connection, and I was reminiscing about our connection and our interactions. And he's saying, I love how we can laugh together. I love communicating with you, and when we weren't together anymore, I was really missing your banter. I was missing your energy. He's saying being away from you, though, has allowed clarity. He's saying I didn't handle you with care. I should have handled you with more care, and I didn't act when I should have. I worried. I feel like he's saying like in the past, I worried that we wouldn't have another chance, and I wish that I was able to express how I felt. I haven't given up on us yet. And I want to tell you the truth. We have some symbolism in these readings. I think I'm going to start doing this with love messages. Um, what am I seeing? What is jumping out at me? We have flowers, flower imageries. I think this is specifically a peony. We have, oh, that's so funny. I was just talking about a cliff because I'm seeing a cliff in this reading as well. Communication. I feel like he's going to be making some calls to you. If calling or FaceTiming is not your typical mode of communication, just view this as him reaching out more. I'm also seeing like a wine glass, cocktail glass, a guitar, maybe music applies to this. We also have, I'm also seeing here essentially like it keeps coming through again, SB, the need to have a conversation to like clear the air as well. I am seeing a ring. I'm seeing an engagement ring, or like a wedding band. So that doesn't necessarily mean you guys are going to get engaged, but what it is saying is like he knows that you're wanting a true commitment. And so he's here considering that. We also have a church stained glass. I don't know if religion applies to this connection or not. We also have a dragonfly. So that is what I've got for you, SB. Yeah, I don't think you're jaded at all. Deo Shanae, if you're in here, please post your question, friend. Thank you, SB, for your donation. I hope you enjoyed your reading with me. I also wanted to let you guys know that periodically in the chat, I'm posting a link for reviews. So if you've ever had a reading with me and you feel inclined, I would love for you to leave a review for me. I am building a website. I'm in the process of doing that right now, and your review might make it onto my website. So if you want to share your experience, I'd love to hear it. In the beginning, I'll probably be pulling from my Etsy shop, and then I also have a Facebook page as well with reviews on it. So no pressure. It's not like I'm relying on you guys to leave a review for me, but if you feel inclined, I would love to hear from you. You're welcome, SB. Absolutely. We're both Orthodox Christian. Church stained glass is significant. Ooh, I love that. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start giving symbolism. I think I want to add that into my readings. So if I feel inclined, I might be adding those images if they're standing out to me. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, SB. I appreciate that. No rush on it. And if you ever need like access to it again, like if you forget or whatever, you're like, oh shoot, I want to do that thing, it's going to be on my link tree. So it's easy to leave a review for me there too. Thanks again, SB. All right, this is for Day. I wanted a mini love spread on me and Andre D. the Taurus. Just want to know how he's feeling about our connection or whatever comes up. And if you guys can let me know, are you guys hearing me okay? I know I was having trouble at the beginning of the live stream getting it started. YouTube was, I think, overflowing on their servers or something because they send like a message that the traffic flow is high and they need me to keep trying again. And I was like, okay. But I just want to make sure that you guys are still able to hear me clear. Okay, perfect. Many love on Day and Andre. Okay, so for Day's reading, I think we should do the option 2 on Andre because I have 2 options for the mini love spreads. In the description, I have option 1, which is both of you. It's a mutual energy, seeing how things are going on both sides. And then I have an option 2, them, which means that I put all my focus on Andre and what he's putting towards the connection. So I think option 2 would probably be best. What is Andre giving to the connection? How is he showing up? Perfect. Okay. What is he giving? And how is he showing up? Thoughts, feelings, intention. Are there any blocks or influences? Overall energy. Okay, so Day, if you are willing, will you tell me the nature of your relationship, the dynamic? Is it commitment? Is it complicated? Is it exes? Is it no communication? Because that's really going to help guide me on how I move forward with this reading. Just to kind of let you know, the cards I'm getting are very I feel like it's not super positive is what I'm feeling. So I'm trying to understand the connection here to understand like how to go about this. I see a lot of uncertainty swirling around in his mind. I feel like he's maybe not giving a lot to the connection right now. We have the Two of Swords. This indicates that he's in like a more indifferent type of mindset at this time. He said we basically were almost committed, but he has legal issues, so we took a break. It's complicated, yeah. So the Two of Swords here, he has a trial in July, and that's a block. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Because the blocks here that I have is the Ten of Wands. This indicates that he's under a lot of pressure right now. That he feels a lot is stacked up against him. Sometimes the Ten of Wands can talk about feeling like the world is against you, even, and having to suffer from maybe your suffer consequences of your actions, and that's how you got in this place in the first place. Sometimes it can talk about like taking on the responsibility of other people, even though you should be focusing on yourself. And I do see here the desire from him to feel a sense of relief, to feel like he doesn't have to have this constantly like weighing him down and stressing him out. With the Two of Swords here, Day, he's at a stalemate when it comes to you. And that's probably what he's showing the connection as well. And for you, what that's going to look like is he's not doing much for the connection. But I want you to know in his head, he's not giving up on you. It's just maybe you're on pause right now, or he's got you on a back burner because he has other things that are taking precedent over his mental energy right now. The Two of Swords kind of indicates whatever will be, will be. I feel like his position is, I don't necessarily want to make a decision right now. I don't want to decide on us and our future right now. I am just hoping that everything is going to work itself out so that I don't have to be the one to make any decisions. And I feel like with the blindfold on here on this character, on this card, it's showing that he feels like the future is very unclear for him. There's a lot of uncertainty swirling around him at this time, and he can't see. Therefore, he's worried that if he makes the decision now, he might regret it later, and because things might turn out differently than he expects. So he's right now at a place saying, I don't know how this is going to go. And so I don't want to make any decisions right now that I would come to regret later on. So for right now, I just kind of want to wait and see. I see here in thoughts and feelings for you is that you are still in his mind. He just has a lot on his plate. Seven of Cups talks about how, you might be one of the things he's thinking about, but he's got 6 other things he's thinking about at the same time. So you're there. He's thinking of you, but he's got other things that's dividing his attention. 6, 7. He's hoping that your relationship will overcome these challenges. But I feel right now he's preparing for the worst. 5 of Pentacles talks about loss and suffering. So I think he's hoping for the best, expecting and preparing for the worst. The overall energy of your connection is anxiety and fear. It's actually interesting, Day, that you are saying what you're saying, because when I first pulled these cards, what drew my attention the fastest, the most, was there's on the 9 of Swords, there's a little cage. And I think there's no birds in the cage. The two birds, I would assume are like the love birds here. The 2 birds, you and him, are not in the cage. So I think that the overall energy is the hope that you guys will be free from this outcome. You guys will be free, because it seems like this might be the only thing that's seemingly holding you guys back, and the desire to be able to just be together is important. And I think that might be what he's feeling as well. There's a lot of worry. I feel that he's going to be on the outside of your life, or so to speak, you're going to be on the outside of his. literally and figuratively. And I think he's very, very worried. That's what I was saying. The reading itself doesn't seem that positive because we have a lot of like negative thoughts, worry, concern, anxiety, stress, burden, challenges, grief, sadness. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I was like, where do I even start with this? Because I can give you the definition of each card and you could start putting the pieces together. But I wanted to give you like a good reading that delved further into what's going on here. It's the blockage, yeah. This cage is just so pronounced to me right now. I notice when I do readings, I'll like focus on something that I've never seen before, and I know that that's important. And that's what I feel for the card. It's like he wants to be free. Birds a lot of times signify freedom. And I feel like this could be like a mental, what do you call it? A mental restriction for him that he feels imprisoned by. I'm catching up on the chat. Yeah, we definitely talked about that because he's preparing if he has to serve time. Yeah. It's heavy. It's heavy here. It's a mental burden for him for sure. I feel like and I'm tapping into his intuition. I feel like his intuition is, and this could be him fearing the worst and trying to mentally prepare himself for the worst situation. But where his head is at, he feels like he's going to be locked up. He does. Um, and again, this could be self-preservation. This could be him going, well, if I prepare for the worst thing to happen and it doesn't, then I'll be fine. But if I don't prepare, then it's gonna like wreck me if something like this happens. So for him, all he's thinking is he's just going in, going, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. He keeps thinking it's gonna happen. Um, that's where his head is at. I don't think that he has a lot of hope right now. You hit on the nail. That's exactly what he said. Oh, really? Yeah, that's what I'm getting for him. I just don't think he has much faith in a different outcome. But as far as your connection and your relationship goes, he wants to make a decision at a later time. So he's kind of putting things on hold right now. Day, I'm sorry that you're going through this. I wish you luck with all of this. That's true. We decided to move forward after the case in July. You're on point. Thank you. You're welcome, Day. We'll talk soon. Try to have a good night. Perfect. Thank you, Day. Have a good night. All right, Rising is here. All right, Rising, let's take a look. Did you really? All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, it's like I said, it's your situation is unprecedented. I don't think that it's something that people typically go through. But your frustration is real. Like, I'm sure a lot of people can feel that way of like, God, just make a move, just do something already, you know. And I feel like that's a very relatable feeling to be experiencing. Told him to fix things with his wife and leave you alone. You apologized. He said it was cool, but he wasn't mad. Okay, good. Has he been communicating with you? Like, has he been reaching out and being the one to initiate, or is he kind of holding back? I can imagine. I feel like the term wife is like a beard. I know that I might have said those exact words before, but I feel like his quote unquote wife that he's mentioning is basically all the shit that he has to sort through before he will feel ready. So I'm kind of disappointed because I did readings for you in the recent past and I was like, oh, he's going to communicate with you. He's going to text you. Like, he's going to, like, reach out to you. I was like, I feel like it's going to start via text and then, like, move on. And I'm so upset because while I was right, it's not the way we thought, right? I thought he was going to communicate with you on his own as himself. And so it's interesting how I can get accurate information, but it's not unraveling how we thought. So I'm just like, what is going on? What is he doing? He started the conversation. Interesting. How do you feel about 6, 8, 8? How do you feel about her being upset? How do you feel about her being upset? So, Rising, he understands. Yeah, he's not ready. He understands why you'd be upset. And I think that it's very easy to let things roll off his shoulders and like let you feel your feelings about this and not be upset about it, because number one, he doesn't think you're really mad at him, because again, this is a mask that he's wearing. So he's like, she's mad at someone else, not me. So he's not taking it personally. Another thing is that he knows that he's not being truthful to you. So he also feels like, how can he be mad at you when he's not doing all the right things himself? And then third, he can't be mad at you because he understands your frustration. So there's multiple things here that indicate that he's not going to get upset with you. Like, you literally could tell him to fuck off and he'd like wouldn't be mad about it. He's saying that he's kind of gauging your temperature, gauging how you're feeling. My cat's here trying to give you a reading right now. He's gauging how you're feeling and using that as a determination whether or not to talk to you. So I think that when you got upset, he might have said, okay, I'm going to give her space. And so he's kind of letting you take the lead on communication right now. I do feel like he feels torn because I have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Swords. So while there isn't a wife, there is another responsibility or obligation, and he feels like a divided loyalty between you and that other thing. I feel like he wants to be in your life so bad that even though he keeps saying, oh, I'm not going to talk to her anymore, their temptation is there. It's just too easy. I think I mentioned that in another reading, is that you'll be hearing from him. I think it was like 3 days or something, within 3 or 4 days. Because remember I had said it was like days to weeks or something, and I was like, yeah, it's going to be sooner than that. The temptation is just too overwhelming. It's too much. So he is basically like, I'll take anything you can give me at this time. He really likes talking to you. I think he's wondering if you're starting to catch on. Like, if you're starting to put the pieces together. You already did, but I think he's wondering if you're starting to put the pieces together. I think he's gonna be waiting on forgiveness. I don't know if you are familiar with the Catholic religion, but I'm seeing symbolism of the Eucharist here. I'm also seeing lotuses. I'm seeing crescent moons, lots of spiritual symbolism, fish. I would say pomegranate's the one thing that's like really popping out at me right now. So I'm gonna look up pomegranate symbolism. Life, resurrection, death, and the afterlife. It's interesting that I said there's a lot of like religious things here, because it says that in many religions it's indicating of life, resurrection, death, and the afterlife. Lots of symbolism of like intuition, psychic ability, things like that. We was told you have a spiritual connection. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I also see feathers. How is he feeling? You know, with the pomegranate symbolism, it could also indicate that he is hoping for another chance. Because, like, Eucharist talks about, like, forgiveness. It talks about rebirth, being reborn. And so I think that there's this hope or desire that you guys will be able to come back from this. You guys will be able to have another chance together, and it will be able to take on a new form, or like take on a new life. But yeah, I don't think that he's mad at you. I don't think there's a single thing you can do that would make him mad at you right now, because there's multiple things going in your favor that I don't think he thinks that would be fair to be mad at you for. What can Rising expect with him soon? He wants you to forgive him. Yes, that is accurate. What can she expect from him soon? Let's start with, let's kind of do a week to week. All right. So what's today? Okay. What can she expect from him between now and the 23rd? What can she expect from him between now and the 23rd? Temperance, things in moderation. He's not going to be doing anything really like he's not going to do anything spontaneously. He's not going to allow his impulses to take over. He's going to be very controlled. You're welcome. But he's still going to be in connection with you between now and the 23rd. He's still in that middle ground, 2 of Swords, between now and the 23rd. So I don't think any revelations, I don't think any, like, being straightforward or coming clean. What's going to happen between the 23rd and the 30th? What's going to happen between the 23rd and the 30th? I think between the 23rd and the 30th, there's going to be on and off conversation. I think one of the days or 2 of the days, there's going to be a lot of flowing conversation, and then I think he's going to go quiet. It's going to be like an up and down roller coaster that week of talking, no talking, talking, no talking. One of the things that's going to keep your conversation going and being very invested and engaging, I feel like there's going to be more talk on the sexual side between the 23rd and the 30th. That's really going to like increase the conversation, the flow of the conversation. But he's going to come through with like a lot of silence after that, because he's going to feel like he invested too much and he needs to pull back. What's going to happen between the 30th and the 6th? 30th and the 6th, I see potential for things to change between your connection between the 30th of May and June 6th. The 4 of Wands indicates leveling up, so this could indicate that he's more in the energy of coming forward as himself and or coming clean, depending on how this goes. But the 4 of Wands indicates like a positive shift in your connection. I'm having deja vu right now, actually. We have the 9 of Cups, culmination, and Ace of Pentacles. New things are underway. So I feel like maybe the payoff is starting to come through for your connection between the 30th of May and June 6th. We also have the Lovers, but the Lovers is coming out with the 5 of Cups. I see healing, forgiveness, clarity. Why is the 5 of Cups with the Lovers? The Fool. I think he's worried about how you're going to judge him or perceive him based on his actions that haven't necessarily been above board and honest. Yeah, June, that's right around the corner. Very true. So he could be worried about that, but you have the Lovers and you have the Four of Wands. So I'm expecting more of a shift in your connection between the 30th of May and the 6th of June. And I think that's as far as I want to go with it because energies can change and I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Right, with all this going on, yeah. So that's what I've got, girl. You'll have to give me feedback on that and let me know how that has played out for you. Do you have any last minute questions on that? Perfect. So glad to hear it. Thank you, Rising. I appreciate you being here. It all resonated perfect. Love that. All right. We are finishing up this live stream. I'm going to go ahead and put a last call on the screen, which means that I'm about to close all of my lists. If you would like to donate and get a reading with me, please let me know. I don't think we're going to hit 25 likes today, so if you're here for the giveaway, I don't think it's going to happen. If A or Kieran are here, please check in with me. A or Kieran. Will he compliment you? Let's see. Will he compliment Rising Storm? Will he compliment Rising Storm? I'm getting a yes with my pendulum rising. And actually, I felt a yes. I felt a yes before I even asked. So, yeah, he's going to compliment you. One thing that's coming through right now is that it might be like an indirect compliment because he's still trying to, like, what is he trying to say? He's trying to go along with the facade of this wife. So while complimenting you, he's going to do it respectfully. So it's probably going to be something like, oh, well, you know, you're such a catch. Anybody would be lucky to have you. Or you're so beautiful, like you're going to have plenty of options. Like basically giving you a compliment that's indirect. So that way, if anything ever comes of it or whatever, he could say, oh, well, you know, I didn't like compliment you directly. And I was always talking about, you know, a compliment in regards to like you and other people. So it feels indirect. Or he might say something like, oh, yeah, if I wasn't married, like you would totally be my type. Something like that. Do you get what I'm trying to like say with it? That's kind of the vibe that I feel, but just take the compliment as it is. Don't like worry too much about how indirect it is because he's saying what he's saying for a reason. So while he's trying to play this game, that's how it's going to come through. Okay, so A or Kieran, if you're here, please check in with me. A or Kieran, last call. Diksha, I'm getting a yes for you in your question. Yeah, he told me that at first. He said that if he wasn't married. Wait, he said if he wasn't married, he would marry you? Oh yeah, it's gonna be compliments like that for sure. It'll happen again. It'll happen again for sure. You're welcome, Diksha. Wow, crazy. You're welcome, Rising. For everyone else that's been here, thank you so much for all your support tonight. This was a great live stream. Sorry we couldn't hit our goal and do a giveaway, but I'm still happy with the way things went. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your readings with me. Um, I wanted to put one last reminder that I have now created a way for you guys to leave me a review. So if you've ever had a reading with me before, I would love for you guys to leave a review for me on my jot form. I just linked it in the comments. I'm in the process of building a website for my brand, and maybe your review will end up on my website. So if interested or you feel inclined at all, I would love to hear from you. And that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. So I will see you soon. My plan is to be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But considering I only took off one technical day off earlier in the week, I might take another one off during the weekend. So I'm just going to play it by ear. But you should see me minimum 2 out of the 3 days, but probably all 3 days. I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your night.